Hey, it's me, Giggens, and today we're going to look at the Beach Boys Caribou CDs from 1991. So from what I understand with my research, most of their albums from the 70s up to 1980 were released in this style. The only one that wasn't released in this style was the Light album, which for some reason got released in 1989 on its own, but the rest of them, from Sunflower to Keeping the Summer Alive, got this treatment. So we're going to start with Sunflower in 1970. All the albums say digitally remastered on the bottom, which is pretty cool. And all the backs look exactly the same, kind of the sand look on the back. Very simple inside, with an even more simple booklet. Sir Sub changes things up a little bit. It does say digitally remastered again, but this time the book actually has the lyrics. Carl and the Passions, so tough, digitally remastered. Holland, which puts the digitally remastered kind of hard to see in the water up there. But this does have the lyrics as well, and does feature the fairy tale. Beach Boys in Concert actually does change things up a little bit. So this says 2 record set on 1 compact disc, and has a full color insert, just like the inside of the actual record. So a track listing, but actual pictures. That full color trend continues with 15 big ones, again, digitally remastered on the bottom, and recreating some of the inner sleeve on the inside, where they split it up and have the liner notes. Beach Boys Love You, which is really hard to see the remastered line on the bottom there in white, but they do recreate some of the inner sleeve here. Big picture of Brian and Marilyn up there. I'm missing MIU, and like I said earlier, LA had a different release. So here's Keeping the Summer Alive, which recreates some of the booklet as well. So the reason why these were issued by themselves in 1991 is because they weren't part of the original Twofer series from 1990, which all the Capitol 60s albums were a part of. And they restructured that again in 2001 to include all of their albums at that point. So those were out in 1990. These individual 70s albums came out in 1991. And then in 1994, all the albums get reissued just as standalone discs for some reason. And then in 2001, they put everything back together as a new Twofer series, which included their 70s releases as well. These CDs really do sound great. I recommend finding them. They're not super hard to find. I mean, they're not super common either, because at this point they're 30 years old, so it might be something you have to find online. But I actually found most of these in stores over the last few years, and it was fun to look for them. It's fun to be on that search. So I recommend them. There you go, the Beach Boys Caribou CDs from 1991, most of them. Which ones do you have in your collection? See ya.